This show is all about the incredible and exciting things you'll see while surfing the internet. Amazing things. Things that are visually appealing and mind-blowing. On Don DC Cody Features, you'll see a tremendous variety of wonderful features. You'll see beautiful women, powerful women, well-dressed men, muscle men, crazy animals.
Whoa! Hey! Whoa! Snort! No! Get off! Get off the car! Run! No! Ah! No! Get out! Get out! Hey! No! No! Come on! Start!
People caught cheating.
What the hell?
It's not what you think.
With my sister?
Back in the day moments.
She escaped James Brown and fell in love with David Ruffin, lead singer of The Temptations. He proposed to Tammy, and she said yes.
Breathtaking scenes. Devastating real footage. And more, much more.
Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gang. Keep it gang. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gang. Keep it gang. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gang. Keep it gang. Keep it gangsta, dog.
This show is fast-moving and action-packed. It's on the internet, and you have a front row seat to see what's happening around the world.
Or tell a friend you found it. Don DC Cody Features. High energetic, powerful pulsation show featuring some of everything. Don DC Cody Features.
Back again, my friend. Welcome back. I'm your host, Don DC Cody. Get ready for episode 2. It starts right now.
Man, Snoop is crazy.
Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gang. Keep it gang. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gang. Keep it gang. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gang. Keep it gang. Keep it gangsta, dog.
That's crazy. My next feature, Superheroes.
features.
NBA legend Michael Air Jordan was only 21 years old when he signed a contract with Nike that made him super rich. On Don DC Cody Features, I'll show you how it happened.
Nike paid $500,000 for Michael Jordan and made $100 million in 12 months. Nike didn't discover Michael Jordan. They overpaid a rookie so hard that other brands thought it was embarrassing. Then that embarrassing deal turned into over $100 million in sales in about a year, and the entire sports marketing world never recovered. In 1984, Nike wasn't the unstoppable empire people picture today. It was strong and running, but basketball was a war zone dominated by older, louder giants. Jordan, meanwhile, wasn't a global icon yet. He was a top prospect entering the NBA who reportedly preferred Adidas. Nike's basketball execs, pushed by Sonny Vaccaro, decided to do something companies usually don't do. Bet the house on one person, and not as a generic endorser, but as a product line. ESPN's reporting describes Nike offering Jordan $500,000 a year in cash for 5 years, a ridiculous number in that moment. And the total headline figure commonly cited is $2.5 million over 5 years. That $500,000 number matters because it wasn't just money, it was a signal. Nike wasn't asking Jordan to wear a shoe. They were building a business around his name. Jordan's agent, David Falk, later described the deal as $500,000 per year for 5 years, with additional pieces like stock and options that made it worth far more on paper, and with performance and sales conditions that protected Nike if Jordan didn't hit certain milestones. The point is, Nike structured it like a high-risk startup investment, not like a normal athlete sponsorship. Then the shoe hit the market in 1985, and this is where everything changed for Nike. Multiple credible outlets report that the first year of Air Jordan sales didn't just reach $100 million. It blew past it, with figures like $126 million in the first year appearing in major reporting. And Nike's own 1985 annual report shows just how fast the fire started. By May 31, 1985, Nike reported it had already sold and received orders for over $70 million in Air Jordan shoes and apparel, meaning the product was ripping through the market almost immediately after launch. The deeper reason this happened wasn't just Jordan's talent. Nike turned the shoe into a cultural object, a signature identity, scarcity energy, and marketing that treated a sneaker like a statement. Even Nike's own early expectations were dramatically lower than what actually happened. Reports note Nike originally expected far fewer pairs than what sold in year one. That gap between expectation and reality is the whole business lesson. Nike didn't simply sell a product. They created a new category, athlete as a brand, with royalty economics. And everyone else spent decades trying to copy the blueprint. So here's what we want you to answer honestly. If you were running a company and someone told you to pay a rookie $500,000 a year and build a whole line around him, would you call it visionary or reckless?
Today, Michael Jordan's net worth is $4.3 billion, with deals in the making that will net him $10 billion. If you had billions and billions of dollars, how would you live? My next feature on Don DC Cody Features show you how these billionaires live.
7 billionaires who live like they're poor and shock the world. Number 7. Michael Bloomberg. With a fortune of nearly $109 billion, Michael Bloomberg could live like royalty, but he doesn't. The former New York City mayor is famous for commuting on the subway instead of relying on limousines. He often eats in public places, avoids extravagant spending, and prefers practicality over showing off wealth. Bloomberg channels billions into philanthropy, funding climate change action and public health projects, rather than splurging on luxuries. His modest lifestyle highlights that true power lies in impact, not excess, making him one of the most grounded billionaires in the world. Number 6. Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, worth over $145 billion, is one of the richest men alive, yet he still lives in the same modest house in Omaha he bought in 1958 for just $31,500. Instead of private chefs, he enjoys simple breakfasts from McDonald's, often costing less than $4. Buffett drives affordable cars, avoids luxury brands, and never flaunts his wealth. Known as the Oracle of Omaha, he pledged most of his fortune to charity. His life proves that wealth is best measured not by mansions or yachts, but by humility, discipline, and generosity. Number 5. David Cheriton. David Cheriton, the Stanford professor who invested early in Google, has a net worth of about $17.8 billion, yet avoids extravagance. Nicknamed the Professor Billionaire, he bikes to campus, cuts his own hair, and drives a 1990s Volkswagen van instead of luxury sports cars. Cheriton despises wasteful spending, once saying billionaires who flaunt wealth set a bad example. Despite his fortune, he lives in a modest home and donates generously to education and research. His life shows how even one of Silicon Valley's richest minds values simplicity above all else. Number 4. Azim Premji. Azim Premji, often called India's Tsar of IT, transformed Wipro into a global technology giant while choosing a life of simplicity. He preferred modest cars, flew economy, and avoided lavish holidays. More remarkable was his philanthropy. Through the Azim Premji Foundation, he donated over $21 billion, which accounts for more than 60% of his wealth, to education and healthcare in India, making it one of the world's largest charitable foundations. Premji's true legacy is not his billions, but his belief that wealth's highest purpose is to uplift others and create lasting social change. Number 3. Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, is worth $264.6 billion, yet he lives with surprising simplicity. He is often seen in his signature plain gray t-shirt and jeans, preferring comfort over luxury fashion. Instead of flashy supercars, he drives modest vehicles such as a Honda Fit and a Volkswagen Golf GTI, and his Palo Alto home is relatively modest compared to those of other tech billionaires. Remarkably, Zuckerberg is often spotted walking the streets casually, blending in like an ordinary person. Through the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, he has donated billions to education and healthcare, proving that impact matters more than extravagance. Number 2. Amancio Ortega. Amancio Ortega, the Spanish founder of Zara, has a net worth of nearly $120 billion, yet lives like a humble man. Despite being Europe's richest, Ortega avoids the luxury limelight, rarely granting interviews and dressing in simple blue blazers and gray trousers instead of designer suits. He eats lunch in the company cafeteria, drives an ordinary car, and lives in a modest apartment in La Coruña. Rather than indulging in wealth, he invests in real estate and jobs. His grounded lifestyle shows that the richest man in fashion ironically lives like the most ordinary. Number 1. Carlos Slim Helú. Carlos Slim Helú, Mexico's richest man with a fortune of $97 billion, has lived in the same 6-bedroom house for over 40 years. Unlike many billionaires, he doesn't own yachts, private jets, or lavish mansions. Slim drives himself to work, often seen in simple suits, and believes in reinvestment over indulgence. He eats at regular restaurants, avoids luxury brands, and raised his children in a grounded lifestyle. Known for his discipline, Slim prefers building businesses and supporting education programs rather than wasting wealth. His life shows that real strength lies in modesty.
You could be modest by living within your means. Here's my baby talking smack.
Talking Smack with Kaola King.
This is Kaola King talking smack. Now, this segment is something that Americans do wholeheartedly. And what is that? Live above their means. All right. Living within your means is simple math. Okay. Let's just say, for example, you make $2,000 a month. There's 12 months. So you do 2 times 12, or 2,000 times 12 is 24,000 is what you're making a year. Now, if your rent is $1,000 a month, okay, that's 12,000. 12,000 minus 24,000 leaves you with 12,000 to play with. And then it ain't all just playing with, because you have insurance, whatever your insurance costs, your utility costs, and all these costs. Subtract from it, because these are things, are necessities that you need to survive. Now, things that are optional is when you get into your entertainment. Okay, yes, there's nothing wrong with going to see a movie outside of the house, going to a concert and different things. So yeah, or dinner. You know, you want to treat yourself, and there's nothing wrong with treating yourself every now and then, but you have to treat yourself within your means. And therefore, and that's what it's called, a budget. So you seeing all these people say, oh girl, I just got a raise. And what they gonna do? They gonna run out and buy a BMW and Mercedes and all that stuff and chew that raise right up. Instead of using that raise money, forget that it even exists, because it didn't exist probably a day ago prior to the raise, and put that money aside so you can use it accordingly. Because one thing about you living above your means, you become somebody's pet peeve, the borrower. So stay within your means so you do not become a pet peeve, and then you do not try to beat nobody getting mad because you saying wait the next paycheck, but next paycheck got to pay for some other stuff you done bought. Like you have to pay off them all them credit cards you done charged up, knowing that you don't have money to pay them damn charge cards off, but yet you just swiping. So stop all that swiping and stop all that extra shopping and extra this. And you know what too? Them damn kids. You always want to say, oh, I want my kid to have more than what I had. No, they don't have to have more than what you had. They have to earn what they get. So put your priorities in order. Put your budget in order. Stop living above your means. And God damn it, stop being a borrower. This is Kaola King. I'm just talking smack. And you know that's just me. That's what I do. Talk smack on stuff that you give me to talk about. Bye.
Talking Smack with Kaola King.
Thank you, Kaola King. She'll be back on episode 3, Talking Smack again. My next feature, I'll go back in the day, flashback, the movie, The Color Purple. It helped put Oprah on the map and ignited Whoopi Goldberg's career. Let's look at the cast members of the movie, The Color Purple, then and now. Roll the clip. Cast members, they look different. That's what happens when you get older. The cast members from The Color Purple. Purple is Prince's favorite color. Many ladies love the recording artist Prince. We have a special feature for you. You'll see Prince on the runway modeling. You're watching Don DC Cody Features. I am your host, Don DC Cody, and I have a special treat for you. Here's a few seconds of Prince's first TV appearance. He must have been about 15 on this.
All right, everybody, straight out of Minneapolis. He's making his television debut tonight. Give a big welcome for Prince Rogers Nelson. I'm not loving you where I wanted to, what I had to do, had to run from you. I'm in love with you, but the vibe is wrong, and it haunted me all the way home. So you never know enough, till it's over, love, till we lose control.
Or tell a friend you found it. Don DC Cody Features. High energetic, powerful pulsation show. Featuring some of everything. Don DC Cody Features.
From 1990 to 1994, the hit TV show In Living Color had us watching religiously and laughing enormously. I really missed that show. Let's take a look at the cast members of In Living Color, Then and Now.
Yeah, when the show came on, the energy was live. Comedy and culture, keeping it alive. A cast of characters, funny and raw, breaking every boundary, changing the law. Dance moves and sketches, comedy gold, stories that needed to be told. That was the magic of In Living Color. The stage was set, the lights came on, the movement started, carrying on. Yeah, In Living Color, burning so bright. Comedy and culture, burning that light. Then and now, look at the legacy. In Living Color, set us free from the stage to the world so wide. In Living Color, burning with pride. Yeah, In Living Color, forever the way. In Living Color, yeah, every single day. Yeah, young comedians finding their voice, making the people laugh and rejoice. Sketches and impressions, switching it up quick. The formula was flawless, comedy so slick. Breaking barriers with every joke, speaking truth, giving folks hope. That's the spirit of that show. Homie the clown making us laugh. Fire Marshal Bill causing the path. Hip Hop Nation representing the sound. In Living Color, turning it around. The ensemble brought the energy, comedy and culture so revolutionary. Dance and laughter mixed as one, making everybody have fun. Real issues handled with a funny twist. Nothing about that show was missed. That's the magic of In Living Color, from the opening dance to the final sketch. They kept the audience totally wrecked. Young talent shining so bright. In Living Color, burning that light. In Living Color, burning so bright. Comedy and culture, burning that light. Then and now, look at the legacy. In Living Color, set us free from the stage to the world so wide. In Living Color, burning with pride. Yeah, In Living Color, forever the way. In Living Color, every single day. Yeah, the characters that made us laugh. Nowhere done the fly girl on the path. Jamie Foxx, David Allen Greer too. Keenan bringing vision, making dreams come true. Every sketch was comedy gold. Stories of struggle, stories of bold, making us think while we're laughing so hard. In Living Color, hitting the yard. Yeah, the stage became a canvas for expression. Comedy mixed with social progression, addressing issues wrapped in a joke while speaking truth to all the folk. Dance segments that had us moving. In Living Color, always improving. Season after season, week after week, they brought the comedy we all seek. Building careers and changing the game. In Living Color, forever the name. Yeah, those days when the show came on, comedy and culture all alone. Young comedians taking their shot, making it funny, making it hot, changing the game, setting the tone, making that stage their throne. That's the power of the Living Color. From sketch to sketch, the energy remained. The Living Color, forever ingrained, breaking down walls, building it up, and living the color, filling the cup. The fly girl dancing in the background. In Living Color, that beautiful sound, hip hop and comedy coming together. In Living Color, lasting forever. Look at the legacy they created then, still influencing the world again. From that stage to career so wide. In Living Color, burning with pride, launching comedians to the stars, healing with melodies, bridging the scars. Then to now, the impact won't fade. In Living Color, the legacy made. Comedy shows that came after, all over that to that laughter. In Living Color, live the way, showing comedians could have their say. Color, forever so bright. Comedy and culture, no lie. Heaven and now, their fire still burns. In Living Color, the world learns. From the stage to hearts worldwide. In Living Color, forever our guide. Comedy legends, forever blessed. In Living Color, simply the best. Yeah, In Living Color, standing the test. Yeah, In Living Color, the very best. Yeah, In Living Color, from the young energy to the wisdom today. In Living Color showed us the way, how to laugh at what's real, how to make.
What a great show. I wish they would bring it back. They never should have taken it off in the first place.
While you're watching this great show, share, like, make a comment. I love to read your thoughts.
Thank you for watching. It's been fun, but I gotta run. That wraps up episode 2. Episode 3 is available now. In closing, remember this: life is too short. Stay active, stay healthy, and most of all, be happy. See you next time.